welcome back to VBuzz. You're here with me, Sharita and Shankari, and of course we are speaking to Farida Hamid on the language of business for women.
Now, right before we went to break, Farida, you were sharing with us about a study done by the Asia Foundation. Could you tell us a bit more about that?
Yeah, this is a 2013 study, and they covered a lot of Southeast Asian countries. And what they found was that women entrepreneurs who had the more children that they had, the smaller the business was. Now, what is also interesting is that for men, when they have more children, the bigger the business is. And this links back to the fact that women are the primary caretakers for children. So that is why at that time when they're starting a business, for at least that few years until the children go to school, if the more children they have, the smaller the business is.
Aside from that fact, do women have a particular trait or traits that make them better at small businesses?
Well, I think it's a natural trait, and that trait is that we tend to make social connections a lot easier. When we meet someone, it's generally easier for us to talk to them, and we don't just talk to our customers from a very superficial area. I think we want to know, what is their background. And I think your guest earlier also was saying, people write in and they have their concerns, and then they address those concerns and help them solve the problem. So we go a little bit deeper than just treating it as a transaction, as a monetary transaction. So that is our strongest trait when it comes to having a business. And why I say small is the new big is because we have all these big shopping malls, but we do feel detached, right? You go in and you buy a dress or an outfit, and then you may never go back there again, and they don't know who you are, they don't know what your concerns are, what your tastes are. So I think this idea of both online stores as well as the smaller stores provides an opportunity for women entrepreneurs to really connect with their customers so that they become an advisor to them for the business or the service that they're providing.
It seems like this our ability to socialize is really our strongest trait when it comes to entrepreneurship for women. But how would you say women entrepreneurs are different from male entrepreneurs? Do they prioritize differently?
Well, there are no local studies that were done, but what I can share with you are some international studies, mainly US studies that have been done. And what they found was there are several factors. One is the age factor. They have found that generally men start businesses at a younger age, okay? And women tend to start it later. It's like a second career. Usually they will work for a while, and then they will start the business. And this has got several factors. One is the confidence issue, because women generally feel that they don't have enough skills to start a business, whereas men won't worry about that so much and they'll start. The other thing is a money issue as well. They find that men tend to go for funding quite aggressively. So for venture capital, going for grants, going for loans, and those things. Whereas women will generally go into their savings to start a business. I think that was true of your guest earlier. And even Sarah Blakely of Spanx, she used her $5,000 of savings to start Spanx. Okay, so and the other one actually is the failure issue. They found that when there is a mistake or a failure in the business for men, men will say that it's because of an external cause, and that could be because the market downturn, the employee issues, and those things. Whereas women will say it's them, something that they did wrong. So these are the three areas that the study showed that the differences between male and female entrepreneurs.
Well, touching on all these issues, women seem to have a little bit of, lacking in confidence, and they seem to blame themselves a little bit. How important is it for a woman to have a mentor?
Well, I think absolutely important. I think that is why these networking groups, conferences and seminars are so important, because it's not just a mentor or a coach to help you with your business, but you need to have strategic partnerships. Your business grows by the people that you know, people that can help you. So I think it's absolutely important, but I will say that it's not a very common culture in this country yet to have a coach. Now, the thing I will say is that you can go to conferences and seminars and listen to a lot of speakers, but when it comes to actually your business, you do need someone looking at your business because it's specific and to help you strategize to build your business. So that's really important.
Right. And go on.
Who should this mentor be?
Well, the mentor can be anybody who is successful in that area that they need. So, example, if you need someone to help you with branding, then you may need to look for a mentor who's very good at branding. Sometimes that person may have skills in several areas. The other thing is, of course, like sales and marketing as well. I think you have to know where your drawbacks are, and that is where you need to look for a mentor or a coach, because someone coming from outside has a bird's eye view of your business. They're not emotionally attached, whereas you are emotionally attached to your business. So that is why it's really important that someone outside of it looks at it. Now, let's say you're going for a pitch or you're going for a grant, then you may need to speak to someone who is financially savvy, who can help you create the presentation from a financial perspective, so that when you present that pitch and people are looking at numbers, that you then fit what they need, you see. So you may need different people to help you along the way.
Now, earlier you were speaking about support groups and networks. Now, we have spoken recently on the topic of leaning in. Are women in Malaysia here doing enough to support each other when it comes to entrepreneurship?
Yeah, Lean In is something, excuse me, that was started by Sheryl Sandberg of Facebook, and it was largely for women who are working career women. When you talk about entrepreneurship, I think there's a lot being done by the government, because the government offers funding, they offer a lot of, I think, mentorship and networks as well. I think it comes back to the individual. I think this thing about women being more reluctant to go out and ask for help, because they don't want to be seen like they don't know. Whereas men will go and ask, they don't see it as anything. Like, if I don't know, I'm going to ask for it, you know. Whereas women will feel that if I say I don't know, that people are going to think something is wrong with me that I don't know. So I think women do need to lean in a bit more, because when you have women entrepreneurs, they're all very busy as well. So if you don't go and ask them for help, they're not going to take the time out to come and look for you. So if you need something, you have to go and look for them.
Yes, true enough. Well, that's why, you know, manifestos like the Lean In manifesto is very important. It encourages women to support each other when it comes to...
Well, I would like to add also that because we don't have this culture of coaching that's very big in this country, I think there's a reluctance to spend money to invest it on yourself to get that kind of coaching. So that mindset has to change as well.